So we started ayat number 177 of Surah Al-Baqarah, and we did half of the ayat last time. It's a long ayat. And the ayat is started by the words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the true faith is not that you turn your faces towards east or west, but what is it? Then there was a list of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, and that continued up to this point where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now in this ayat says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, was-sa'ilina wa fir-riqab. So this is about the people, those who give. And here is the was-sa'ilina, means those people who do sawal, those people who ask, those people who are in need. When they ask for help, then these people help them, give them. Okay, that is was-sa'ilina. And then what else they do? Wafir-riqab. And these people spend to free the slaves, to free the necks. Riqab, necks. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues the qualities of these people. The next one is that وَأَقَامَ الصَّلَاةِ. And these are the people who establish the prayer. Okay? أَقَامَ الصَّلَاةِ. And then after that is the next thing they do, وَآتَ الزَّكَاةِ. And they give the charity, they give the zakat. This is the other quality of these people. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues what else these people do. The next one is وَالْمُوفُونَ. They fulfill بِأَحَدِهِمْ of their agreement. إِذَا ahadu, when they agree or they make some agreement between the two people, they fulfill, they do not break their covenant, their agreement with the people. So that's the quality of the people. إِذَا ahadu. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that further these people are as-sabirin. Those are the people who are patient. Patient when? Fil ba'sa'i. Whenever there is some adversity, some difficulty, some problem comes, then these people have patience. Okay? What the ra'i. And whenever some hardship comes, difficulty in the life comes, these people have patience. They are patient. Okay? Wahin al-ba'as. And at the time if there is a battle, then they are patient also. So that's the meaning of hin al-ba'as. Ba'as means a battlefield or the difficult time. People are very patient. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that all these things when they do, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that who are these people? Ula'ika alladhina, those are the people. Sadaqu, who are the truthful people. Okay. And then Allah says, wa ula'ika, and those are the people. Humul muttaqoon, that they are the ones who have taqwa. Those are the people who are righteous people. So this is basically the simple meaning. Now going back to the beginning of this part of the ayat starts with wow, and that means and. Okay. And then the next word starts with these things, Seen, Hamza and Lam. And this means to ask. And the word sawal that we know, or sawal, is asking something. Okay, so that's the root letters are that. Okay. And sa'il is the person, sa'ilun, is a person who asks something. So this is he who is asking something. Sa'ilun is a person who is asking. What is he asking? If he is in need and he comes to people and says, I am in need, help me. So that is this person. So there are some people who, when they are in need, they don't go and ask people. They are very shy. And some people who have the need and they go and ask other people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking those people who go and ask, and they ask for the real need. Not that they just beg, but if they have need and they come to you, then those people are called sa'ilun. Okay? And its plural is sa'ilina. Okay? So if you put al before that, it becomes as-sa'ilu. Al means the. So the person who is asking is as-sa'ilu. Because when you put al, it becomes one dhamma. And you pronounce this not al but as. As-sa'ilu. As-sa'ilu is a person who is asking for help. And its plural here is as-sa'ilina. Those people who ask. Those who are in need and they ask. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that when the people who believe in Allah and who are righteous people, what is their action? That when some sa'il or sa'ilin or needy people come to them and ask for help, they help them. So that's what the meaning is, as-sa'ilina, and those, plural, who ask in their need. So that is what the as-sa'ilina is. Okay? Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that what else these people do. Okay? The other one is wafir riqab. Okay? So this ra, qaf and ba. Okay? These are the root letters. Okay? And riqabun is basically the neck. Okay? So fi means in. Those people who are in bondage. Bondage means they are slave. Their necks are enslaved. So that's the fir riqab. Okay? Fir riqab means those people who are slave. Their necks are in bondage, which means they are slave to someone else. So the word fir riqab is used for slaves. So what do? They free the slaves. The people who help for the slaves to become free. So this is like freeing the necks. Okay? So fi means in and al means the. So those people who are in a situation with who are those slaves. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about righteous people, that they go out and they help the slaves to become free. Means they buy the slaves and free them. So this is freeing slaves. So this is the other thing people do, righteous people do, that they help those who are in need and they come and ask for help. Those are as-sa'ilin. And then the good people are those who go out and free the slaves.
The word free is not there, right?
Yeah, it's not free, is not there, but freeing the slave. Okay, yeah, the free ar-riqab, but it has become those who are in bondage. Okay, so they help those people who are in bondage. And then what after they do? Wa aqama salat. Yes, let's look at that word. The root are qaf, waw, and mim. Qawma means to stand, which means when you stand for the salat, okay, that's qawma. Okay, so these are three letters and they belong to group of the words which are fa'ala. And if I put an alif in the beginning, it becomes af'ala. This will become alif, qaf, waw, and mim. Just add an alif in there. And this is spelled af-ala. So this will become aq, Wama. If I just put the same harakat, okay. So this waw with the fatha is pronounced as alif. So this becomes aqama. Aqama means to establish. So there is a difference between qawma and aqama. Qawma means you stand up and pray. But aqama is more than prayer. Aqama means to establish, which means for the prayers to happen, you have to build the masajid, you have to invite the people, you have to teach them the Quran, and you have to teach them salat. So all those things are called iqama or iqama salata. Not only praying your own prayer, but work so the community and all the Muslims worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is the meaning of aqama. So aqama means they established. Okay, what did they establish? As-salata, the prayer. Okay, so this will, this is swad, lam and waw. This means to pray. Okay, and salatun is the noun, which means prayer. Salatul means prayer. Okay. When we say Salatul Maghrib, prayer, Maghrib prayer, or Salatul Asr. So Salatun means prayer. Okay. So Alif Lam you put before that. Al and becomes the prayer. Okay. And when you put al, then you pronounce only one dhamma. So it becomes al salatu, but in the tajweed you pronounce as salatu. So the swad changes the sound of lam. Okay, so it becomes as salatu. Okay, this is a noun. The prayer. Okay, the prayer, and the word before that is aqama. They established, or he established. Okay, he established. So the word before that is aqama. Okay. And this is a noun, as-salatu. And this is verb, aqama. Aqama means he established. So when a noun comes after the verb, then noun is pronounced with the fatha. So it becomes as-salata. Aqama as-salata, he established the prayer. So, okay, so the person who is muttaqi or who is obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of the qualities is that person established the prayer. He established means he works to establish the prayer. Okay, so that is the meaning of aqama salata. He established the prayer. He helped the Silene. He worked towards freeing the slaves of the necks. And the next thing what he did, he established the prayer. Okay, so that is the meaning of wa means and established. As-salata means the prayer. The prayer means the activity of praying, not that only Salatul Fajr or Salatul Dhuhr or Asr, but he worked so the prayer is established in the society. So that is the function of this person who is obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So after that is the next activity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that such a person does. Okay, which is wa'ata zakata. So let's look at that one. And these are the common words which are used, but it starts with these things: hamza, ta, and ya, or you can say alif, ta, ya, and this means to come. Ata in Arabic, alif, ta, and ya means to come. Someone is coming to you, say ata. If I add another alif there, okay, then it becomes 4 letters, 2 alifs in the beginning. This has a different meaning. This means to give.
How is pronounced?
Ata. 2 alifs. This is also written as this way. A-ta. A-ta. So 2 alifs in Arabic are written with 1 hamza and 1 alif. So they will sound as a and ta. Okay. A-ta. Okay, here it is ata ya, but okay. This means ata means to give. Okay, and also when you put the harakat, it became the third person's grammar. He gave. Okay. Ata, he gave. Okay, and when you write down this together, you write down ata. Okay, you don't pronounce ya. You will leave it writing here, but you don't pronounce because ya has a fatha on it. So you pronounce the sound of like alif, small alif. Ata. Okay? Because the fatha has the sound of alif, so you can pronounce it ata. That's how it is written. Ata means he gave. He gave. Okay? And what he gave? Az-zakata, the poor due, the charity. Okay, so that is what his other function is, that he gave, he helped the poor, he gave the charity to the needy people. So that is ataz zakata. It's like salata and zakata. Okay, salata means the prayer and zakata means the charity. Az-zakata, the charity, the poor due. Okay, and here it is not that zakat that we mean like a 2.5%. This is giving beyond that. Okay, spending for the cause of the poor and needy beyond whatever you can. All that is included in the zakata. Okay, so wa'ata and gave charity. Okay. And then the word after that is wow here. Wow means and. Okay. And the next word starts with wow, fa, ya. And this means to fulfill. To fulfill means to do, complete something. Wafa. Wafa, what is wafa? You know? Okay, wafa means whatever promise you make, you go and complete that. Okay, that's wafa. Okay. Now, mufun is the person who completes his promise, fulfills. Okay, one person who fulfills his promise. That's called mufun. Like a Muslim. Okay, submits. So when you put a meme in the beginning, it becomes the person who does. Salama Muslim. Put a meme in the beginning, it becomes the person. Okay, so So this is a person who does complete or fulfills whatever he promises. Okay, so this means he who fulfills. Okay. And mufuna is the plural. Mufuna is the plural, which means this is plural. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that those are the people who fulfill whatever they commit, whatever they promise. And the word after that is explaining it more after that. Okay. So those who fulfill. Okay. Okay. Now here are two words, en, ha and dal. Okay. And this means to promise something. Okay, or to agree, to make a commitment, to promise something. Okay, and if I put an alif in between, this means to make an agreement. So ahada means to agree about something, and ahada with an alif means when two people sit down and they make an agreement among themselves. That is ahada. Okay, so that's a minor difference. When you add an alif, the meaning changes this way. So if I take first these three letters and I combine them and like this, ahadun. Ahadun means agreement or promise. Okay. So if we make a promise with Allah, we make an agreement with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that is an ahad. Okay. Agreement. Okay. Now if I put a hum and combine these two, this becomes ahaduhum. So when we combine these two, hum means there. So when we combine, then one of these two dhamma goes away and it becomes ahaduhum. Ahaduhum means their agreement. Okay? Ahaduhum means their agreement. And if I put a B before that, B with a kasra, this means of. Okay. B means of. And B being a harf jar, what it does, it changes this dhamma to a kasra. So the word is bi-ahadi, and this is still hum. But in the rule of tajweed, you pronounce this as a kasra also, because there is a kasra before that. So it is pronounced as bi-ahadihim. This means of their agreement. So it is ahadun and hum. When you combine, it becomes ahdohu. But when you put a B, then these are the other changes take place because of B. So final word is bi ahadihim, of their agreement. So wal mufuna, and those are the people who fulfill of their agreement. Whatever agreement they do, they keep that agreement, keep the promise. Okay? So that is bi ahadihim, of their agreement. Of their agreement. Okay, so they fulfill of their agreement. Whatever promise, whatever commitment they make with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or other people, they carry on those commitments, promises, they don't break them. Okay, so that is the meaning of wal mufuna, and those who fulfill bi ahdihim, of their agreement. Then the word after that is Iza. Iza means when or whenever. So Iza means when. Okay. And we just saw that the word ain, alif, ha and dal, this means to make agreement. To make an agreement. Ahada. Okay? And if I combine this, I can write down ahada. That means he made agreement. One person made an agreement is ahada. Okay, like fa'ala, you put fatas, it becomes one person past tense. Okay. Its plural is, if I put a vav at the end and an alif which is not recited, so this becomes ahadu. Ahadu. Ahadu is the plural, so it will be they. They made agreement. When they made agreement, they kept their agreement. Whenever they made an agreement, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that those are the people who keep or fulfill their agreement. So, Iza ahadu means when they made an agreement. Whenever they made agreement, they fulfilled their agreement. Okay, so when they made agreement. Whenever they made agreement, they were mufun, which means those who fulfilled or kept bi ahadihim, of their promise or their agreement. Okay? They didn't break their agreement. Whenever they did make a promise, they did not break it. Okay? So that's the one quality of those people. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that these people who are doing good, one more thing they are in doing good is was-sabirina. Okay? So this word, most of us know, it starts with sabara. Sabara means to have patience. Okay? And one person who has patience is called sabirun. A patient person. One who is a patient, who shows patience all the time, he is sabir. or sabirun is the full word, but when we stop, we say sabir. The word is sabirun. Okay. Then if you put al before that, al means the, and then you don't have a here. The patient person, the one who is patient. As-sabiru, the one who has patience. Okay? So when you put al, one dhamma is not written there. So this becomes as-sabiru. Al and swad are pronounced as asu. As-sabiru. As-sabiru means one patient person. One person who has patience. Okay? And as-sabirina is the plural of that. Just like sa'ilun became sa'ilina. Okay? Sabirun became sabirina. Plural. Those people who have patience are called as-sabirin. And patient, those who are patient. Are patient. Okay. Then the next word is, it starts with these letters. Ba, Hamza and Sin. Okay. And the word Ba, Sa'un means difficulty, hardship. Okay. So this is Ba, Sa'un. So if I put al before that, al means the, okay, and the rule is again, whenever you put al, on the last letter, sound of two dhammas change into one. So it will become al ba sa u. The difficulty, the hardship. Okay. And if you put a fi before that, fi means in, and what fi does is a harf jar. It looks at the last letter and changes this to a kasra. Dhamma, last letter dhamma. We have been seeing that here. So the word became fi al ba sa. So when you put a fi and the word is al ba sa'i, you do not pronounce this alif, so it will fil ba sa'i, in the hardship. So those people are patient in the hardship. Whenever they have some hardship, they are patient. Okay, so in the hardship or the difficulty. In the difficulty, okay, or during the difficult times. Okay, and then after that is the word darara. Okay, this means to harm. Okay, or adversity. Okay, and darraun from here is hardship, or darraun means hardship. Whenever some harms come to them, that's called darar or darraun. Okay. And then your same thing, if you put al before that, so al will remove one dhamma, so it will become al darra'i, and then you pronounce this together, so you don't pronounce lam, so it's ad darra'i. Actually, this first you just have two dhammas were there originally. So because of the al, they will become one dhamma. So it becomes ad-darra'u first. And then this fi is applying here too. So fi is a harf jar, that changes this dhamma to a kasra. Just like it changed here. So it becomes fit darra'i, in the hardship. So people are patient in the difficult times, or with some harm came to them, or some hardship came to them. That is what darra'i. Okay? And hardship. Okay? The hardship. Okay? Then after that is the word ba'asun. Ba'asun means battle. There is some battle, there's some fighting going on between two, that's ba'asun. Okay? And if you put an al before that, al will remove one same thing, one dhamma, so it will become al-ba'asu. The battle. Okay? And hina is used for time, means at the time. Hina means when something happens in some time frame. So hina al-ba'su, at the time of the battle. Whenever battle is taking place between two people or two countries or two groups, hinal, and hina also does the same thing, it changes to kasra. It's a harf jar also. So hina al-ba'si, that's the word here in the Quran, at the time of battle. So when they are called to fight against their enemies, they are sabirin, they are patient at that time. When the difficulties of the battle comes upon them, that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that is their characteristic, that they are patient, heen al-bas, at the time of battle. Okay? So at the time of battle. At the time of battle, they are patient. Okay. Now, so these are all the characteristics of qualities of these people who are the one who are obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, who are doing the good. These are the different things they do. So after this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is admiring these people by saying, Ulaika alladhina. Okay, so ulaika means those or such. So these are the often repeated words, such. And allazina means those. So such are those people. Such are those people. Okay. And the next word is sadaqa. Sadaqa means to be true. Sadaqa, sadiq is a person who is the truthful person. Sadaqa means one who does the action of being true. Okay? So sadaq, if I put 3 fathas, sadaqa, it means he is truth. He is true. Okay? And its plural is sadaqu. Sadaqu means they are true. Plural. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that such are those people who are true people. Okay? They have been truthful. Okay? Those are the truthful people. Or they have been true, whatever they committed to that. They are on the haqq. Okay? They are sadiq. And then again, same word, wa ulaika, and such are. And such are. Okay. And whom means they. Same people, they. Okay. And who are they? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is admiring them by calling them muttaqoon. Okay. So this is very commonly used word taqwa. Taqwa means to be righteous. Okay. Taqwa means to be righteous or to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And muttaqi is a person who is a righteous person. Muttaqi, a righteous person, one who is right. A person who is right is a righteous person, who is a good person, who does good all the time. Okay? And its plural of muttaqi is muttaqoon. And al means the. So, if I put al before that, it becomes the. Al-muttaqi is a person who is righteous. The righteous person. And its plural is al-muttaqoon. Those people who are the righteous people. Who are the people who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or those who are on taqwa. Okay, who follow the taqwa, or those are righteous people. Righteous people. The righteous. Al means the. So those are the righteous people, those who are muttaqi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is defining these people that they are truthful, they speak the truth and act with truth. And the other thing is that they are muttaqeen, or righteous people, or pious people, or those who are right. Okay? So these are the qualities of these people. So this is half of this ayat. The other half we did last time. Okay?
I have a question. So for plurals, we have two things. One is the waw and noon, like muttaqoon, and the other one is the ya and noon, like wasaimin.
Yeah. So what's the difference?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So let me give you an example. Alif, Sin, Lam, Mim. Okay. Aslama. Aslama means to submit, Islam. Okay. The person who did this act, we make the grammar by putting a meme in the beginning and sounding like muslimun. So this is the original word. One person who submitted, or one person who became Muslim, right? So this is one Muslim. Okay? It's plural always. When you make the plural, you add waw and noon. Always waw and noon. Okay? So this became Muslimuna. Okay? Muslimuna. Always you add waw and noon. So this is plural Muslims, right? Okay. Now, so always whenever you speak about a plural, you will say the word Muslimuna or Munafiquna. Okay. Now, if before this word there is a harf jar, okay, so let's put a min before that. Okay, min is a harf jar. Okay, what harf jar does? Harf jar changes. So if the word is Allahu, and you put min before that, means from. This harf jar always looks at the last letter and changes this to a kasra. So the word now became minallahi. Minallahi, from dhamma to a kasra. This is a singular. Allahu is one. Okay. This is a plural. Okay. So what this does, this looks at this waw and change into a ya. Min, harf jar. So now it became min muslimina. Okay. So originally always it will be muslimuna. But if there is a word before that which has the effect, it will be changing. Meaning will still remain same. The sound will change because this word has effect on this word. Okay. So if you go back and look, read the surah Munafiqun. In one ayat, is the word Munafiqun is used. In the next ayat, the word Munafiqeen is used. Okay. So look before the word Munafiqeen, you will find a harf jar there which is changing. Okay. So that's the reason you will see Muslimuna in the Quran, you will say Muslimina in the Quran, Munafiqina, Munafiquna, and a lot of words like that, that they will keep changing, but there will be a reason for that, that there is a harf jar before that which is changing it. Okay. So that's the reason. That here, there is no harf jar here before that. So it remains muttaquna. But if there was, instead of whom, there was a min or fi or Allah, then this will become muttaqina. Okay? Here there is some word before that, that has changed from sa'iluna to sa'ilina. Okay? So that's the reason. Okay? It happens again. Inshallah. Jazakallah.